Hello, thank you for being here. First of all, I would like to thank you to my 20 subscribers. Thanks so much for being part of this channel and thanks so much for your support. Thank you so much. So the video of today is called that you need to disorientate yourself to be able to find another one of yourself. So what that means? That means that sometimes we are immersed in a reality that determines how is our existence. So sometimes we need to go to another reality to change our reality, to be able to change ourselves and find another version of ourselves. So, and you might say, how this is related with education? So yes, it is. It's a theory of education. It was done by Paulo Freire and it's based in the phenomenology. The phenomenology is the philosophy based on the experience, on the human experience, no? So the educational theory of Paulo Freire is based in the phenomenology. Paulo Freire was an educator, a pedagogue, and a philosopher. He is from Brazil. He passed away. He born in 1921. His educational theory is based in the power that human beings have to change themselves and to change the reality. Because the reality is made by humans. Without humans is no reality. The societies are made by humans. The meanings of words, laws, institutions, ideologies, belief, cultures, they are made by humans. So humans, as the basic part of these realities, we are the responsible to change them. So to change them, we need to understand them. To understand how to change something, we need to understand how it works. So in this way, we are able to find out what is not working and repair it, or what is lacking, finding what is needed and create it, no? So how this theory, educational theory, emerged, how it was created. So Paulo Freire, he wrote 94 books, and some of the most important books are the oppressed pedagogy, the pedagogy of the oppressed. This is his most important book, and also the education of freedom, the pedagogy of the possible dreams, the pedagogy of the autonomy, the pedagogy of the indignation. This is his most important books. And all this work, all this educational work that Paulo Freire created, it was based in his own experience. He born in a middle-class family in 1921, but because of the Great Depression of 1929, because of the Great Depression of 1929, his family lost everything. So he became very poor. So when he said that when he was playing with other poor children, he started to notice how he was maybe 8 years old, yeah? Maybe 8 or more, because he born in he born in 1921, so this was in 1929, the Great Depression, so maybe he was 8 years old. So, or 7, I don't know, but he said that when he started to play with other poor children, he started to notice how his life was changing, how his perception of the world was changing, how his identity was changing in relation with the people who was in contact with, in relation with the people he was spending more time with, and also in relation of the circumstances, the context, his own reality, his personal circumstances. So he discovered in this way the plasticity of the human beings, the educability of the human beings, how human beings can change so much. Its existence, their existence, because of the context of the reality. Because in his own words, he said that he couldn't, because of hunger and poverty, he couldn't put attention to education. He said that he wasn't stealing and he didn't have interest, but he said he couldn't be educated because poverty and hungry. Because the phenomenology is the philosophy of the experience, and the experience is based on the attention. So the attention that you put into a reality to get something or to get an experience with something. So he said because his attention was into supervivience, into surviving, he couldn't put the attention into education. Because your attention is determined by your circumstances. So if you change your reality, you can change yourself. That's what he's trying to say. So, fortunately, his family recovered the social position and the economic position, so his life changed back to his origins. So in this way, he understood more how the human existence can change so much. So sometimes we behave in a particular way because we are in a particular context. That's what he's trying to say. So what he's trying to tell you that the power of the human beings is related with intention. And education for him is to be better, improve yourself all the time. Because education is not neutral. Education is not it doesn't happen in the emptiness. Education always is in a context, in a reality with an intention behind. In the instruction is always an intention behind. So for example, if you are obese, if you suffer from obesity, maybe you need to locate yourself in another context where there is no any junk food, where there is no any chips, any chocolate, any fizzy drinks, to learn to force yourself to eat properly. I don't know, maybe you can go to do voluntary work in a farm, or you can live sometimes in a village in Nepal, or in Japan where the people eat super healthy. So you don't have any other choice just to start to eat healthy, no? Or for example, in your house all day is the TV on, and you don't know how to stop that habit. All day the TV on, pues maybe you need to go to live sometime in a place where there is no electricity. So you will learn how to live without the TV and feel the impact that it that it have in your way of thinking, in your way of seeing the world. No. Or maybe you are a person that is all the time taking medication for anything. So maybe you need to be in an environment where you need to learn to manage your own pain and stop that addiction. You know what I mean? Because the environment creates your own reality and your way of being. That is also very related with constructivism, because everything is construct. Everything is construct. Your life is construct. Poverty is construct. Wealth is construct. Ideology is construct. Belief, culture. As an example, I'm going to use my own experience. I had the opportunity to go to Cuba. So at that time in my life, I used to dress in black. I used to dye my hair. I used to use piercings. But it was an educational event in Cuba. Cuba has one of the best educational systems in the world. So I needed to go to that event to improve my career, to know more about education and to be better in my field of work. But I didn't want to go with organized travel. I wanted to travel more independently. So thanks God, many people helped me to get in touch with people who used to live in Cuba, and they told me some recommendations to be able to travel in the safest possible ways and to avoid any problem. So they told me that I had to go to Cuba very humble, dressing very simple with no watch, no anything that could be a focus of attention. So by the time I put my feet in that plane to go to Cuba, I was another person because I couldn't dress as I used to dress. So I changed completely. And there too, so when I came back, I changed completely. Because that wasn't important anymore. And many people stopped telling me hello, goodbye. Many people were looking bad to me, but I couldn't dress that way anymore. I found that it wasn't useful for me anymore. Another experience is when I was working in the United States. So because all the geopolitical problems with Latins, no? So I'm a Spanish speaker. So that was also an experience for me to change, to decompose my mental programming. And when I went to India too, I was doing voluntary work in an orphanage of girls who were taken from the street by the police and taken to the orphanage. And after I went to visit the Golden Temple just for one day, but I stayed there 2 weeks. I converted into Sikhism. So, if you think that, this is not a personal consultation, this video is not directed to anyone. It's just for informational purpose. But this educational theory can be used. It's an instrument that can be used by anyone. So if you feel that you want things in your life but you cannot get them, maybe you should go to the environment the right environment to get them. So I don't know if maybe you have been like 10 years single and you want a partner. So maybe you need to go to an environment with the highest rate of marriage. For example, no? Like India, for example, or China, or Africa. Or if you think that your town is crap, that it doesn't offer any opportunity to you, but go to a refugee camp to see how these people live in a camping tent, and they have to leave all their life behind. Maybe when you come back, you can appreciate more what you have, your environment, how many things you can do with everything you have. Or maybe if you are in a job and you cannot leave that job, but you want to leave it, you don't like it, that job anymore. So maybe you need to go to a place where people do business themselves. So maybe when you come back, you are able to open your own business and leave that job. For example, no? Because the phenomenology is the philosophy of the experience. So it's based in the human experience with the reality. Because when you put yourself in another reality, your mental programmation doesn't work anymore. I'm not assured that it's going to happen, but it's supposed to happen by Freire and by his theory. So you also can do this experience using your imagination. Imagine if you have particular things, what will you do? For example, if I could have my own school, what I could do? But you start to think about that reality and start to construct it, so that that mental work start to have an impact on your belief system, in your brain, in your way of thinking, until the point that you feel yourself confident enough to have your own school. Or imagine that I could grow my own food. So I start to thinking what I need. I need a big land, what I will do. Another way is questioning all the events that are happening around you and finding the reasons behind it. So, for example, if you use makeup every day, if you spend like, 100 pounds every month in makeup, and it's damaging your skin because your skin cannot breathe, for example. So you need to find the reasons why you are doing that. That's another way, because Freire was also one of the initiators of the critical pedagogy. So that means that, no, criticizing, critical thinking. And another way is also going to a different reality. For example, if you have to use makeup every day, so go to a place where people don't use makeup. So you start to accept your own beauty. Or you find another ways to to improve your beauty without makeup by natural ways. So thanks again very much for being here. Again, thanks so much to my 20 subscribers. I wish this video helps you. Paulo Freire, his work has a great impact. Information about him and his theory can be found in internet very easily. Unfortunately, he passed away in 1997. Nearly the same day that Kurt Cobain passed away, the singer of Nirvana, around that day. So, but of course many people don't know Paulo Freire, he was more famous. But yes, it's a lot of information about him. It's very interesting, his work. Again, I would like to emphasize that this is not a consultation, a video for consultation, for individual consultation. This video is only with the informational purpose of showing the theory of Paulo Freire and the impact that they can have as an educational instrument to change life. No? And like, because the reality conditionates. The reality creates who we are. So depending where we are, we behave in one way or another. And we learn different things. So again, thank you very much. I'm going to show you my book. This is my book, Personal, Economic and Social Growth in the Neo-Industrialization. I'm going to leave the link in the comments below. So in case you like to buy it, it's in Amazon. Yes. So thanks very much again. If you think that this video can help somebody, I don't know, maybe somebody who suffers from bullying, pues maybe need to spend some time in a place where the bullying doesn't exist, or his index of existence are very low, or you need to change the reality. Go to another country and do activities based in cooperation, collaboration, in teamwork, where everybody needs each other and is based on respect and appreciation. I mean, sometimes it's not a theory that can be used for everyone because not everybody have the resources. I mean, who want it can do it. If you want something, you find a way to get it, definitely. But some people think, I don't have the resources, I cannot do it. But as Paulo Freire said, you have the power. As a human being, you are not a dog, you are not a fish, you are not a bear, you are not a butterfly, you are a human being. And as a human being who can give meaning to things, and determine what you want and you don't want to do, and you can get what you want. It might take you longer or less, but you can get what you want. You have the power. Yeah, think about it. Okay. So, thanks very much again, and see you in the next video. And to my 20 subscriptores, thank you so much. I wish you the best. Thanks so much. And have a nice day. And see you. Bye, 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 bye.